3 tiny baby groundhogs were buried in a nest with no mother to protect them. One had already died. The other 3 were about to depend entirely on us. Hidden in a small nest were 3 tiny baby groundhogs. At first we hoped their mother was nearby, but soon realized something was wrong. One baby had already died, and later we found the mother dead in the yard. These little animals had lost the one thing they needed most. Normally, we would have taken them to a wildlife rehabilitation center, but this happened during COVID, and no local facilities could accept them. After several calls, we realized that if these babies were going to survive, it would be up to us. Honestly, I had no idea what I was doing. The very first thing I did was drive to the farm supply store and buy kitten milk replacer. I came home with syringes and started feeding them one by one. Every feeding felt stressful because they were so tiny and fragile. I worried constantly about whether they were getting enough food, whether they were warm enough, and whether they would make it through the night. For the first several weeks, our entire lives revolved around those baby groundhogs. Feeding schedules became part of our daily routine. We checked on them constantly. Every small improvement felt like a huge victory. Every ounce of weight they gained felt like a reason to celebrate. As they got older, we switched from syringes to bottles. Feeding became easier, and their personalities slowly started appearing. That was when things became really interesting. Each one turned out completely different. Princess was the only girl in the group. Almost immediately, she became the leader. She was always the first to investigate something new, and the first to step in when anything seemed unusual. Even now, she acts like she is responsible for everyone around her.
Come here, Biggs. Yeah, babe.
Then there was Biggie. He was calm, relaxed, and easygoing, happy to spend hours stretched out in the sun. But he also carried a scar on his stomach from whatever attacked the nest. One baby didn't survive, and Biggie nearly didn't either. Every time I see that scar, I'm reminded how close we came to losing him. The third baby was somewhere in between. He wasn't as protective as Princess or as laid back as Biggie. He had his own personality and his own habits, and together they somehow balanced each other perfectly. Looking back now, it's honestly hard to believe how far they've come. Now whenever they see me, they come running. A few weeks ago, all 3 of them were chasing me around the yard. If somebody had told me years earlier that I would one day have 3 groundhogs following me around like puppies, I never would have believed it. They've also become surprisingly picky. Groundhogs apparently have very strong opinions about food. If their vegetables are not perfectly fresh, they refuse to eat them. Give them lettuce that is slightly wilted, and they will literally drop it on the ground and stare at you like you personally offended them. One day, they will absolutely love a certain vegetable. The next day, they act like they have never seen it before and refuse to touch it. They are stubborn little creatures, but they are also unbelievably sweet. One of my favorite things is watching them at night. They curl up together when they sleep. They eat together. They spend most of their time together. Even when food is involved, they never fight. They simply share whatever is there. There is something really comforting about watching animals care for each other like that. But after listening to their story, he told me something that surprised me. Because they had been raised by humans from such a young age and had become so comfortable around people, their chances of surviving on their own were extremely low. They no longer reacted to the world the way wild groundhogs normally would. In many ways, they had become dependent on human care. That conversation made the decision for us. They stayed. And honestly, I'm glad they did. Over the years, they stopped feeling like rescue animals and started feeling like family. Their routines became part of our routines. Their personalities became part of our everyday lives. The house simply would not feel the same without them. Sometimes I sit outside watching them run around and I think back to that phone call from my husband. At the time, I thought I was driving home to see something unusual in the yard. I had no idea I was about to meet 3 tiny animals who would completely change our lives. What started as an emergency became a family, and honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I love them. They're my babies. If you enjoyed this story about Princess, Biggie, and Scar, like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss more touching stories.